I'm coming up to the mile 29.9 timber frame trestle. The sound will be amazing. The Kitsuxis Creek tributary making lots of noise with a waterfall right beside the trestle. There's some more railway signage. The flanger sign. If you've got a snowplow blade or something like that, you'd better lift it because there's an obstruction ahead. And that obstruction is the second set of rails in the middle. It's the guard rail, the Jordan rail. In autumn, this trestle scene is spectacular and I've enjoyed it a few times. But I'm always happy to see it in any season. The deck is deteriorating continually. Every time I get here, it is worse. All the planks that you see that have been placed by people that likely cross this on an ATV, and so it bridges the gap between some of the ties, and they take the planks from the fire barrel platforms. Just remember that this hasn't been used as a railway, well, regularly since 2002, and the last authorized use was 2016. So the recreational users are the real users at the moment. I'm going to cross while using vertical video widescreen to give you the full extent of what the ties are like. Now there's 3 sets of stringer beams. Those are the thick beams that the ties rest on. And I got 2 of them, one set between the rails here, and then there's a set on either side. So that's where I walk, because I don't worry about the disintegrating ties, because I've got a beam below me. Well, I'm still careful for things like balance. Walking old trestles is something I've gotten accustomed to, but it's definitely for people that understand the structure and the risks and have good situational awareness. I'll give you this view again. I like the fire barrel platform on the right side. It's got the stencil, very faded now, 29.9. The mileage in gold paint on the bottom post, and also on the far side. Take a look at that. Yeah, a lot more visible there. This is actually take 2. Silly me, I hit the wrong button. Before it was for photo mode, and I got 2 photos, and all my talking just went away. What was I saying? I was saying that I enjoy this trestle. That there's another fire barrel platform there, almost completely dismantled. And here's the planks that have been repurposed to give a bit of a safer passage for people on ATVs. And I can't fault them because they are the main user in this era. And if trains were ever to come back, or any other authorized railway use, this trestle would need to be rebuilt completely because it's done. Deck and the bents and supports below. Okay, done with this trestle for now. I always enjoy coming back to it. I'll see it again probably in the fall. Oh, the colors would be nice. I often see this at the end of another hike that I do in this area. Okay, let's continue railway eastward. The railway is still going a nice steady upgrade. We're now about mile 29.8. This is a good time to mention our location, Vancouver Island, on the west coast of British Columbia, and the red dot is just north of the city of Port Alberni. Here's a railway map, and we're looking at the Port Alberni Subdivision, which goes from right to left, Parksville to Port Alberni. And the red circle is the area of the hike north of Port Alberni. Here's a closer view of the Port Alberni area, and you can see Cameron Lake on the far right for context. The black is the railway route, and the red circle again is the area of my hike. Here's the close map of the area. Red circle is where I start and end my overall hike, McLean Mill National Historic Site parking lot. Here's the first leg going down the mill spur to the junction, that's the red circle. And then I go in a clockwise direction on the E&N mainline, ending up at mile 28.9 bridge. That's the red circle on the right. And then I backtrack for a way and take a series of trails back to the McLean Mill site. And here's the portion of the hike that's covered by this particular video. I like this kind of topography, and I see it often. I mean, ignore the broom, but the moss and just the lack of foliage kind of has a dry look to it. Yeah, this is a nice west coast damp day. I think it's going to get up to 15 degrees Celsius this afternoon. I like that. Pleasant day for a walk. I sure feel the cool, refreshing breeze. Here comes another trail junction, and going down slope and up slope is a recreational trail. It's the trails of the Beauforts, and I come up from below often to start a hike, and then I continue on in this direction eastward on the railway. But this time, hey, it's partway through my hike. So to the right, the trail goes down to the log train trail and then connects to McLean Mill. And that's where I'm going to end my hike that way. But I'm going to continue on eastward for a while and then come back to this place. And the trail up there goes up to the Beauforts. Okay, let's continue this lush forest feel here. I can see both rails. Got a woodpecker up ahead somewhere. I can hear it working on a tree.